Hi, I'm Emily, a pediatric nurse practitioner. Ever wondered what it feels like to be treated like Cinderella by your own family, minus the fairy godmother? What I'm about to share might make you question everything you think you know about family loyalty. It was 3 o'clock a.m., and I was fighting exhaustion after another grueling night shift. Charts for room 205 need updating. I muttered to myself, stifling a yawn. Then my phone buzzed. Mom again. Have you ordered the champagne for Amanda's engagement party? And don't forget to pick up her dress tomorrow, she demanded. Mom, I just worked 16 hours straight. Can't Amanda handle her own errands? Don't be selfish, Emily. This is your sister's big moment. Not everyone can own an art gallery by 25. Right? The art gallery our parents dumped $200,000 into while I worked night shifts, changing bedpans to pay for nursing school. The same parents who drained my college fund to pay for Amanda's first wedding. To some Miami con artists. Maya, my best friend, popped her head into the break room. Girl, you look dead. Another Amanda emergency. When isn't it? I groaned. Remember when she got that $500 prom dress while I wore her old homecoming gown? The one with the wine stain. Straight up criminal, Maya said with a knowing shake of her head. Dr. Chin interrupted us. Emily, excellent work on the Henderson case. You've got a natural gift for pediatric care. Thanks, Dr. Chen. I replied, grateful for even a shred of acknowledgement. Then my phone buzzed again. Amanda this time. Where are you? I need you to meet the wedding planner in an hour. Amanda, I'm at work. Actual work. Saving actual lives. Oh please, you're just a nurse. Some of us have real careers to manage. Daddy says you're being difficult about helping with the wedding. I gripped my phone tighter, anger bubbling beneath my exhaustion. Maybe it's because I'm working doubles to pay off my student loans while you play artists with their money. Mrs. Peterson, the grandmother of one of my patients, overheard me as she visited the ward. Emily dear, I couldn't help but notice how dedicated you are to these children. James mentioned you're helping with the wedding. Helping? More like being forced to serve. Serve? But you're the bride's sister. My phone pinged again. A text from Mom. Don't forget to help the caterers set up tomorrow, and wear something presentable. Amanda doesn't want you embarrassing her in front of James's family. As I stared at my reflection in the hospital window, scrubs wrinkled, hair falling out of my messy bun, I felt something inside me snap. I was done. Their perfect little family dynamic was about to crumble, and Amanda's wedding, it would be the catalyst. They wanted me to serve at this wedding? Oh, I'd serve them something all right. A cold dish called karma. The next morning, I dragged myself into the bridal shop after another sleepless night. Amanda stood on a pedestal draped in a $15,000 designer gown, while Mom fawned over her. Finally, where have you been? These alterations won't handle themselves, Amanda snapped. Sorry, I was busy saving a 4-year-old from respiratory failure. Oh please, anyone can hand out Band-Aids and take temperatures, she smirked, adjusting her veil. That's right, honey, Mom chimed in. Real success is owning your own business, like Amanda's gallery. The seamstress looked uncomfortable as she pinned Amanda's hem. I bit my tongue, recalling the night I discovered the truth about my missing college fund. $80,000, gone, transferred to cover Amanda's first failed marriage. Speaking of money, Amanda chirped, James's cousin Emma is coming to the rehearsal dinner. She's some big shot at Metropolitan Hospital. My stomach twisted. Emma Wilson, the woman whose son I'd resuscitated last month. The rehearsal dinner was worse than I'd imagined. Dad stood, glass in hand, to make a toast. And a special thanks to my eldest, Emily, who will be helping our catering staff tonight. The room fell silent. Emma Wilson's fork clattered against her plate. Emily, the nurse practitioner who saved my Tommy's life? She's your daughter. Mom quickly plastered on a tight smile. Oh, Emily just loves helping out. Always happy to serve, aren't you, dear? I stood frozen, balancing a tray of appetizers. My white nursing shoes peeked out from under the black server's apron they forced me to wear. That's our Emily, Amanda said loudly, her laugh cutting through the room. Always playing servant. I guess some people just know their place. Emma pushed back her chair and stood abruptly. Their place? This woman performed CPR on my son for 6 minutes until his heart started beating again. She worked a double shift to monitor him personally. The room erupted into whispers. James's mother, Mrs. Peterson, stared at my parents in undisguised shock. I retreated to the kitchen, my hands trembling, only to hear Mom and Amanda's voices around the corner. "Can you believe Emma? Making such a scene, as if running around with a stethoscope makes someone special," Amanda sneered. "I know, darling, but we had to invite the hospital crowd. James's family insisted," Mom replied. "Just think, after tomorrow's wedding, you'll never have to acknowledge your sister's embarrassing little career again." The tray slipped from my hands, shattering against the marble floor. As I stared at the broken shards, something inside me chattered too. The perfect facade they'd built was about to crumble. And I had the perfect plan. Tomorrow's wedding wouldn't just be Amanda's big day, it would be the day I showed them who I really was. Trust me, they weren't going to like it. The wedding day dawned bright over the country club. I adjusted the hideous beige bridesmaid dress Amanda had chosen, ensuring I wouldn't outshine her. Guests were already arriving, including my hospital colleagues, invited at James's family's insistence. "The flower arrangements need fixing in the West Wing," Mom barked, shoving a box of roses into my arms. "And for heaven's sake, do something about your hair. You look like you just left the hospital." "I did," I said flatly, because I was saving lives while everyone else was at the rehearsal dinner. Through the window, I spotted Dr. Chen striding across the lawn, an envelope in hand. Before she reached me, Amanda burst into the room. "Why is your boss here? This is my day, Emily." "Emily," Dr. Chen called out, ignoring Amanda's glare. "The National Pediatric Association results are in. You've won Young Practitioner of the Year. The award comes with a $250,000 research grant." The room went silent. Amanda's face twisted with rage. Of course she did. Everything's about precious Emily and her stupid nurse job. Well, guess what? My gallery just landed an exclusive contract with the Guggenheim. Mrs. Peterson stepped forward, her expression sharp. "Interesting. My friend on the Guggenheim board mentioned they rejected your application last month. In fact, they said your gallery hasn't sold a single authentic piece." Amanda went pale. That's a lie." "Is it?" Emma asked, stepping in. "Because my husband's art appraisal firm flagged several pieces in your gallery as potential forgeries." The wedding planner burst into the room, visibly distressed. "Mrs. Peterson, the credit card for the final payment was declined." My father lunged for his phone, his face ashen. "Amanda, what's going on with the gallery accounts?" "Nothing. I just needed to move some money around," Amanda stammered. "The investments weren't paying off as quickly as." "Investments?" James appeared in the doorway, his expression cold. "You told me the gallery was profitable." Mom tried to intervene. "James, darling, all new businesses have growing pains. Emily, stop standing there and help fix this mess." Dr. Chen's voice cut through the chaos. "Like she fixed Tommy Wilson's heart when it stopped. Like she fixes children's lives every day while you treat her like hired help." The room erupted. One by one, my hospital colleagues stood, sharing stories of my dedication and skill. Mrs. Peterson revealed Amanda's attempts to bribe her son's real estate firm into falsifying gallery valuations. Through it all, I stood silent, watching their perfect world crumble. Years of lies, manipulation, and cruelty laid bare under the harsh light of truth. "This wedding is over," James announced, removing his tie. "And so is our engagement." As Amanda collapsed into theatrical sobs, I felt an overwhelming calm. This wasn't the end. It was just the beginning of their downfall. 6 months later, I sat in my new office at Metropolitan Children's Hospital, the Young Practitioner of the Year award framed on my wall. The morning paper lay on my desk. The headline read, "Local art gallery owner faces fraud charges. Prominent family's reputation in ruins." My phone buzzed. Another voicemail from Mom. "Emily, please, we need to talk. The bank is foreclosing on the house. Your father's partners are pushing him out of the firm. Can't you tell the investigators it was all a misunderstanding?" I deleted the message without responding. The investigation had revealed Amanda's gallery was a massive fraud scheme. Every exclusive piece was a forgery, and my parents had helped her fake the books to secure loans. "Your 9 o'clock is here," my assistant announced. Mrs. Peterson and Emma entered, both now regular fixtures in my life. Emma, as the hospital administrator, had championed the new pediatric wing. My promotion to head of pediatric care had just been announced. with Mrs. Peterson's charitable foundation funding our department's expansion. As I admired the plans for the new wing, Emma handed me a newspaper, her lips curling into a smirk. "Have you seen this? Amanda tried to flee to Miami. The FBI caught her at the airport." "Karma's a fascinating thing," Mrs. Peterson added with a knowing smile. "James sends his regards either way. His real estate firm is thriving without your family's toxic influence." Before I could respond, my office phone rang. The hospital's main line. "Dr. Chen here. We have a critical case incoming, 4-year-old respiratory distress." "I'm on my way." Grabbing my stethoscope, I hurried to the emergency room, purpose steadying my stride. But when I arrived, I froze. The patient was my cousin's daughter. My aunt stood beside her, tears streaming down her face. "Emily, please," she begged. "I know we've all treated you horribly, but she can't breathe." Her words pierced me, but I didn't hesitate. Professionalism took over as I focused on stabilizing her daughter. Hours later, the crisis passed. The child lay peacefully asleep, her breathing even. "Thank you," my aunt whispered. "Your mother, she's having a breakdown. The scandal, the financial ruin. She keeps saying she deserves it for how she treated you." "She does deserve it," I replied, my tone calm and even. "But that little girl didn't. That's the difference between them and me." That evening, Maya hosted a dinner party to celebrate my department's expansion. My real family surrounded me, Dr. Chen, Emma, Mrs. Peterson, and colleagues who had stood by me. "To karma, justice, and choosing your own family," Dr. Chen said, raising her glass in a toast. As laughter and warmth filled the room, my phone buzzed one last time. Amanda's name lit up the screen, her call coming from jail. Without hesitation, I declined and turned off my phone. "You know," Mrs. Peterson mused, swirling her glass of wine, "sometimes the best revenge isn't about getting even. It's about rising so far above them, they can't touch you anymore." I looked around at the people who valued me for who I was, not what I could do for them. My parents had lost everything: their money, reputation, and social standing. Meanwhile, I had gained a life built on integrity and love. "To real family," I said, raising my glass. As we celebrated, I felt no guilt, no regret. My parents had chosen their path, and I had chosen mine. The servant girl they had tried to break had become the success they only pretended to be. That was the sweetest justice of all. What about you? Have you ever faced the choice between forgiving toxic family members or cutting them off for your own peace? Emily chose to walk away, even after their downfall and attempts at reconciliation. If you were in her shoes, would you have given them another chance, or maintained firm boundaries like she did? How far should someone go to pursue justice against family members who have wronged them? Does complete separation truly heal, or does it leave wounds that never fully close? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences might help others navigate similar struggles with toxic family dynamics. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more real stories about standing up to toxic relationships and finding your true worth.